Ooh, happy Sunday party people. Good morning. Today I am filming a little bit late, so I've already had breakfast. So we're just gonna go to the gym now. It is a leg day, so we're gonna train legs. Will be good, should be good. Anyway, I've tried to put on my cutest fit at the moment, so I got this bra as you guys saw on Friday from this shop down in Chatty, and it makes me feel, I don't know, the girls are out, so it makes me feel good because I've been crashing out over a couple of things today, a little bit of body image things. I'm at my heaviest at the moment that I've been in, obviously, because I've been bulking, so it makes sense that I'm at my heaviest. But essentially at the end of my cut I was 44 kilos and now I'm almost 51, basically about to hit 51 as of this morning. My goal is 54 before I make a decision based on body composition whether or not I keep going or I do a little mini cut and then go back up again. But yeah, so it's sort of tough. It's tough seeing my body change and seeing not being as lean as before. I know that being lean isn't everything, but it's a bit rough, it's a bit shit. But yeah, so back with pre and did my hair up. I had to do these in front of the mirror because I didn't want them to be uneven anyway. As I was saying, I think that it's a lot harder. I've personally, given my history with just the way that my body has changed in terms of I used to be, back when I was in high school, I used to be 60, 70 kilos, and then I dropped quite drastically to 40 within the space of about 8 months, which I never ever think anyone should do because it absolutely screwed my metabolism two shits. It was really bad. But yeah, anyway, so seeing myself put on a lot of weight, it hasn't been easy. In the back of my head I'm always what if I can't lose it? Seeing people compete at the moment and they're getting leaner and leaner, and I'm fuck, what if bodybuilding isn't just for me? What if I'm just meant to stay the same all year round? Anyway, obviously kudos to people who can stay in shape all year round, but I guess it just means that the sport of bodybuilding isn't for them, because when you are a bodybuilder you're spending most of your time in a surplus, if that makes sense. Most of the year you're actually growing and you're building that body, right? You're not body cutting, you're not body staying, you're bodybuilding. Fuck it. Pun of the year goes to me. Dads, be wary, I'm coming for your dad joke title. Alright, let's down this pre. Let's go. Fun fact, I really don't like the Emerald Labs protein. Ever since I discovered Macro Mike, nothing else can compare. I'm so sorry, but Emerald Labs was my first first ever foray into supplements. Anyway, let's go gym. Just an update. Wow, I'm so dark. But anyway, guys, just an update. It is spitting and raining outside, and it's just fucking horrid weather. There is no one here because it's Sunday morning. I don't want to train, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Alright, let's get to it. Oh my god, that was really loud. Who's out there for me? Who's out there for me? So we are back home from gym. As I stated, no workout is a bad workout. First of all, it's sunny fucking outside, and when I just got in, I think like my face was a little bit like, ugh, I don't want to be here, get me out, I just want to finish my workout and leave. And one of my friends just like, look, it's fucking raining outside, what else are you going to be doing with your day? You might as well be here and get your fucking workout done. So I did, and it was pretty good. Anyway, just gonna be meal prepping like a couple of my things. First of all, I'm addicted to, I know protein is in everything, and like I swear I had this whole spiel about like, does protein really want to be in your cheeseburger, or like in your cheesecake, or does protein really want to be in just like fucking everything? Well, fucking sue me, because I found protein bagels and I'm addicted to them. They're like really dense and they're nicer than like normal bagels in my opinion. I will be making my own bagels as well. But like, kind of slay. Anyway, guys, please forgive how fucking messy the kitchen is. It is a disaster, I'm well aware. But look, some things just don't work out the way you want them to. Sometimes you just have a fucking disaster of a kitchen, and what can you do? Oh my god, it's so soft. I fucking love this bagel as well. Anyway, but yeah, like I've been struggling, as I was saying, with weight, and so I'll find myself wearing my trackies a lot more than I should usually do or would usually do. But also, like, I swear that I've low-key sometimes, this is kind of embarrassing to admit, but like I sweat a lot when I train, to the point where I've literally like once looked up and I was like, is this normal? And I've thought, like, I've never been, but I've thought about going to the GP just to be like, hey, I sweat quite a bit, should I be concerned? But anyway, I did not. Fuck this little room on this bench. I was also like having this conversation with someone. So I always bottom out on my hip thrusts, and whenever anyone asks to help, I'm always like, no, it's my own mess, I got this. But today I stopped being a hero, and someone who wanted to use the hip thrusts after me, which is the only reason why he offered to help, because like I'd basically bottomed out and it was going to take me 10 years to get all of them out. So he was like, hey, I'm using this after you, can I just help you put it back up, or can I just take it from here? And I was like, you know what, so fair. But anyway, so I was having this conversation with someone, because I have BB show weekend, about just like shows and like composition and eating. And I would like to say that like, while I do like weigh my food, if that makes sense, like I do make sure like, okay, this is how much I'm putting in, this is how much I'm having for breakfast, this was like the weight of like the chicken I'm having every day for lunch, for dinner. Whilst I do like weigh my food in that sense, I don't actually know how many calories it is. So I've never actually gone to be like, okay, how much is 50 grams of my chicken? Mind you, I also put like a lot of spices and a lot of like other stuff when I do cook, so I cook it in like yogurt and things like that, and a lot of like Bengali spices, because like fuck, I am Bengali, and whilst my food may look white, I will not be losing touch with my roots, and I just don't want to, if that makes sense. Like I don't want to know how many calories is in all my food, because I know for a fact that once I know how many calories is in my food, it's just gonna make me feel like shit. Like it's gonna make me hyper fixate on just everything. Like it'll make me hyper fixate on how much I'm eating, if I'm eating out, is it meeting my calorie goal? Like it'll just make me hyper fixate. Like that's the kind of person I am. So I've never really wanted to know. But like reflecting on everything, like I know that it is probably a good idea, like if you want to go anywhere with your physique and with your body, that's probably like obviously the next step. I'm just a bit of a pussy and don't want to take that next step. Like meal prep when you don't use disposable containers is so much fucking just like dishwashing. It's actually like quite grim. And Oh, and the reason why I was saying, like, okay, usually I'm a hero when someone comes to pick up my hip thrust. So today, like, this guy came up to me and he was like, hey, I'm using the hip thrust after you. You've bottomed out. It's going to take you forever to, like, do you mind if I just help you move up the weights so that I can use it quicker after you? And I don't have to wait. And I'm like, you know what? That is so fair, King. But he was just saying just about, like, all of his calorie goals and everything. And he mentioned how, like, if I was thinking of competing, it'd probably not be great. Like, I've always had this mentality of, oh, I'm not competing. What's the point of tracking my calories, or what's the point of, like, figuring out how much I eat calorie-wise per day? But he made the very good point of, like, even if you are thinking, like, the minuscule amount of there being competing on the cards, it's probably a good idea to get into the habit of tracking, if that makes sense, because tracking is a bit, like, it's a lot harder than people realize. Like, you have to track, especially when you're competing, so many different components. It's quite a lot of just mental gymnastics as well to get used to, which I realize is, like, hard to do first up, or hard to do when you're just starting out. And so, like, it would obviously be good to actually figure out or learn how to track properly, and learn how to track the meals that I eat as well, because obviously, as mentioned, I eat a lot of just spices, a lot of additives. Sometimes I just go ham with the onion, and I'm like, you know what, it's a good day to have half an onion in my lunch today. Who am I making out with? Absolutely no one. Who's going to be smelling my breath? Fucking no one. Let me just put half an onion in. But anyway, it's probably not great. But, you know, life's short. What can you do? Yeah, like, I also do want to stress that the way that I train and bodybuilding is very specific, and I don't think anyone should be counting their calories or, like, being obsessive about what they're eating to this degree unless you are competing, or unless you do have bodybuilding or, like, more than just a gym enthusiast goals in the gym. Life is not about shrinking yourself or making yourself the smallest possible version of you. Because at the end of the day, if you're who are you doing that for? Are you doing that for yourself, or are you doing that for external validation? And if it is external validation, well then, like, you don't need them. Like, if someone doesn't like you because you're not the smallest version of yourself, well then fuck them. Like, you don't need them, and you don't need that sort of energy, and that person just wasn't for you. Like, I'm sorry to say. Yeah. So just gonna do the rest of my meal prep. So these are just for the next 2 days. Yes, I eat the same thing. Breakfast and lunch. Not breakfast, sorry, lunch and dinner. Fuck. We are boring like that. But you know what? The boring lifestyle is a good lifestyle. Also, guys, I eat my bagels, like, toasted. Sometimes untoasted, but usually toasted with absolutely nothing. Like, I adore just eating this plain. Is that psychotic? Let me know. Like, I don't want any spreadings. I don't want any spreads on it. I don't want any fillings. I don't give a shit. I just want this plain. Is that psychotic? I think no. My lunch today is such a big boy. Like, I know that it looks just like greenery, but, like, fuck me, it's such a big boy. The rest of this is just me having a bit of a gab at lunch. Yes, that's me guilty watching something on the big screen whilst also scrolling my little screen. And then after a work block, I realised, oh shit, I haven't been to do my steppies, so I went down to Gels Park, which was fucking gorgeous around this time of the day, like basically at dusk, about to sunset. Look at the duckies, how cute. And also, always remember to share with care. Love you all, bye.